What's happening, everyone? We're back today with another video on the channel. Today we're going to be working on the white ST, and we are going to be addressing my ABS situation. If you already didn't know, be sure to check out my axle fitting video, which will give you a bit of a better idea, because basically we have now fitted a remake of the German Cup car rear hubs, and they are too large for the original ABS ring. So I've teamed up with Modified Designs. George has been such a fantastic candidate for this job. He really has been patient with me and really has persevered to get this right. Made a custom spacer that will slide over the rear hub. Don't worry about all the white and red marks, we've just done that to mark it so we can secure the actual ABS ring to this adapter that has been 3D printed. And as you can see there, the Modified Designs logo is present. And then it's got some teeth on the inner edge that have basically, the teeth on the inner edge allow us to grip onto the hub. However, I would recommend using some epoxy or some mitre bond, so if you do get these, just be sure to order another set. But what we've basically done is chopped a original ABS ring off of a standard hub and taken the tapered edge off and basically just epoxied it to this adapter. It's not the prettiest, however it should get the job done. So I've got the car jacked up, I've got the wheel taken off. What we need to do is get the brake caliper off, disc off, and then the centre hub for the nut and pull it back, and then we can fit this little guy onto the hub. I've already done the other side off camera just to make sure everything works and fits and any adjustments that are required. But what I'll do is I'll send any adjustments I've made over to George, so when you do order your one with him, you should get a nice adapter that should just go on the hub very easily without any pain, because I must admit it has been a pain in the rear end for both of us, but hopefully we have got there in the end. The reason why I've said to check out my other video is mainly for the fact of, if you look in here, the ABS sensor is obviously bolted to the hub. However, but basically the ABS sensor has a 2mm spacer, which allows the gap to meet the desired gap for this, because this is 2mm thicker than the original spacing of the original ring, if that makes sense. So we've had the spacer sensor out 2mm to hopefully get the correct desired gap that the car originally had. But anyway, enough talking, let's get to it. Okay, so got everything out. All the bolts for the calipers and carriers are 13mm, just in case you weren't aware, and the carrier, the sliders, sorry, which are here, are 15. So now we just need to get a little screwdriver in here, pop this cover off, and then it'll be a 30mm bolt to take off. Okay, so now we've got that centre cover off. It now reveals the 30mm bolt. Not the greatest way to get that cover off, but it was really in there. That's how it goes sometimes. Luckily they're relatively cheap, so if I do get annoyed with it, I can always replace it. Okay, so the hub is now off, and as you can see, ABS sensor is there, and it's not probably as proud as your one, because obviously, as I said, it's spaced with a 2mm spacer from the other side. So now that we've got the hub, what I'm going to do is just give it a little clean, and then I'm going to apply 4 dots of glue inside with an activator sprayed onto the hub, and then tap the adapter onto that. Okay, if you're wondering, it's literally mitre glue. It works on everything, even though it does say for wood, but trust me, it's made for everything. Then we'll get our spray activator, just spray the hub generously, and then we will place our spacer on the hub. Or our ABS ring, I should say. Now we'll give it just a tap, just to make sure it's home. I don't know if you can see, but there is like a little white area there to tell me that the glue has gone off, and that ain't going nowhere. Okay, one little thing as well I will mention, sometimes on these hubs they come with like a rubber seal. If that is the case and you're running this hub setup anyway, the seal is not going to work, so you're going to have to get rid of that seal in order for this to work, because it won't clear the hole here. Yeah, that's what I found anyway. I mean, obviously with the new design, hopefully it may work, hopefully someone can say yeah, it works fine, like don't worry about it. However, in my experience, I've found it didn't work, so I just removed the rubber dust cover because it technically doesn't work anyway. We'll fit the hub back on the cart. Make sure it spins freely, and then gun her up. Lovely. Okay. It's gone. Followed by your brake carrier. Okay, now we just put the pads in. Followed by the caliper. Okay, so as you can see now, we are back together. What I'm going to quickly do is just get the wheel on, drop her down, take her for a little drive, and hopefully we'll have no ABS light, so that will be a really good result. Okay, so it is the next morning. Didn't get to drive the car till late last night because I was working till late. Fortunately, the ABS light did not go off. Bit disappointed. However, I did strip the car back down when I got the time to, and I found that the sensor gap was very big compared to what the OEM one would be. Obviously, didn't have an OEM one in front of me to compare at the time, so I didn't really think much of it. So what I then did is I removed the 2mm sensor from the ABS sensor, drove the car again, and it still made no difference. The sensor gap was way too big. And those of you who know, ABS is very sensitive with that sort of respect. It needs to be within its tolerance. Fortunately, it's not Modified Design's fault, it's my fault. I gave him the measurements that I thought were correct. Fortunately, it was not. So I've taken some photos, done some more measurements, liaised with him a bit, and hopefully we're going to get a revised version sent out to us this week. So hopefully next week you'll be seeing a part 2 on this with a bit of a nicer end result. I'll put the photos up now of the sensor gap that I had, and then obviously the sensor gap that the original hub had, because obviously I have a set of original hubs and stubs at home. I don't know how I got this wrong. I'm pretty sure that them cup car hubs are made slightly different, which caused me to get the measurements wrong. However, I messed up, no one else. So yeah, a bit deflating, because recently on this car it's just been a pain in that sense. Nothing's really gone right in the last couple of weeks. However, just a quick video to show that we're not all perfect, and we will get there in the end. And unfortunately, this is the life of custom made parts, which is trial and error. So anyways guys, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.